Erev Tov, everyone. Parsha Vayera begins as a supplement to the conclusion of the Parsha of Shemot. Moshe is faced by the leaders of the Jewish people who accuse him of having made the situation worse instead of better. Why did you make it so bad? So Moshe takes it personally. And he turns around and he says, so to speak, to Hashem, right? You didn't fulfill your end of the bargain. From the time that I began, and again, he is reminding you of the fact that he never wanted this mission. He's not enthusiastic about it. In effect, he's saying, I told you so, it's not going to work. I'm not the man, I can't convince Paro, and they're not the people. And therefore, his complaint is registered in the Torah. The Rebbeinu Shalom answers him with a non sequitur. Doesn't answer him. The Rebbeinu Shalom says, "V'eira el Avraham el Yitzchak el Yaakov." I appeared before the Avos, Ushmi Hashem lo nodati lahem, and I didn't appear to them in full revelation. And I promised them Eretz Yisrael. V'akimosi, and I did what I said. They all lived in Eretz Yisrael, and they all came to burial in Eretz Yisrael. So now, v'yato l'chol eshlachecho el Paro. You just go to Paro. I told you I'm going to take them out. I'm going to take them out. It'll be b'yod chazaka, b'zor netuya. It'll be with nisim v'niflos. It's going to be. So there are two different approaches. There are more than two, but two main approaches of the Meforshim to this conversation. One, the one that Rashi and the Ramban and most of the Meforshim follow. Certainly most of the Shabbat morning sermons follow, is that Chaval al di'avdin v'lo mishtachin, Rashi says. I had the Ovos, Avraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov, Ushmi Hashem lo nodati lahem. I didn't give them the level of nevuah that you have, and they never complained. And here, you got a bump in the road, something happened, you say, I quit. That's one approach. Other Meforshim point out that we find that the Avos did complain. Avraham Avinu said, B'me'eda, how do I know that you're going to give me Eretz Yisrael? At the Brit Bein Absoret. And he said, B'zdom, ha'shofet kol ha'aretz lo ya'aseh mishpat. You're wrong. We find Yitzchak also. Yitzchak is ready to go to leave Eretz Yisrael and to go to Mitzrayim in the hunger. Digs wells. They get stopped up. He also complains. And Yaakov Avinu, so he complains about the whole 14 years with Lavan, 20 years. And what about the events of Yosef and his brothers? And he looks at his grandchildren and he said, Mi'ele, who are these guys? So it's not clear what, what Moshe's argument is so much worse than what the Ovos had. So the Meforshim, there's this path of the Meforshim. They say that it's not a comparison. The Rebbeinu Shalom is not comparing Moshe to the Ovos. He's just stating a bald fact. Ve'era, and I appeared to Avron, to Yitzchak, and to Yaakov. Ushmi Hashem lo nodati lahem. So they had to operate on a level of belief. Moshe doesn't believe because it's all clear in front of him. Moshe will go up to heaven. You don't need any belief. He'll go 40 days without eating. That never happened by Avram, Yitzchak, and Yaakov. The madrega of Shmi Hashem, that level, they never achieved. I never revealed it to them. But you see that even with a lesser revelation, I fulfill my word. I fulfilled the covenant I made regarding Eretz Yisrael as far as they were concerned. So it's a self-justification that you can trust in God. And therefore, that's what you should tell the Jewish people. I'm not going to explain it to you. I can't explain to you why, in order to become the people that go through Mamad Har Sinai, that first they have to go through the slavery of Egypt. I will not explain that to you. But tell the Jewish people to believe that it's going to get better. Somehow it will. And the example that it'll get better is the Ovos. Because in all of the Asor and the Sionos and Isnas Avram Avinu, in all of the troubles of Yitzchak, I mean, Yitzchak has Esav and his foreign wives and Avodah Zarah in his own house. Because I'll say that's one of the reasons for the fact that he was sightless. So how does he adapt to that? And Yaakov is, Bikei Shleishev B'Shalva. Yaakov doesn't want anything anymore. And wow. So tell the Jewish people that somehow that's how it goes. And that's what Moshe asked. If they'll ask me, Mashma, what is his name? What does it mean? What is his name? His name is whatever you want to call him. What does his name mean? How does this work? What does he want from us? How are we supposed to assess the situation? What should I say? So the answer is Ehyeh, Shlachani Aleichem. Many interpretations in Ehyeh, but Ehyeh means that's what it is. That's the situation. And therefore, this becomes a moment where Moshe is transformed. Moshe will never again ask, because he realizes that that's when he asks to be able to understand God, and God says to him, Kalo Yirani Odom V'choi, that Moshe finally understands that there's a line that can't be crossed. Because I'll say that there are 50 levels of spirituality. Moshe attained 49, but the 50th you couldn't attain, because it's not given to human beings. And that line of differentiation prevents human beings from asking questions. Now, we all have questions. And we have big questions and disturbing questions. And things happen that are patently wrong. And in a broader scale, that are murderous. But there are no questions. It's because heaven is above us. And therefore, this idea of Va'era is not so much a comparison of Moshe to the Ovos as it is this erection of the barrier, the line between heaven and human beings, the greatest of human beings, so that they will also come to a moment of faith. Because without faith, nothing makes sense in this world anyway. There are no explanations. And that's what we say. Emunah ve'ein ovel. If there is faith, so then there's nothing that's crooked. Tzaddik v'yosher. But without it, only questions. And the questions never provide answers. And therefore they remain as the most disturbing elements in life and most disturbing elements in how we look at events. We look at the past and the present and the future. So these are the two main streams of thought, so to speak, of the Meforshim regarding the opening words of the Parsha of Va'era, whether it's a comparison of Moshe to the Ovos, or whether it's a declaration, Kaviyachol, by the Rabbanu Shalom, of the fact that he will redeem the Jewish people from Egyptian bondage. Rabbi Chananya ben Akashi Omer Rotza Kodesh Baruch Hu L'Zakos Yisrael L'Ficha Chirbo Lahem Torah Mitzvot Shenemar Adonai Chavei Tzeman Tzidko Yagdil Torah V'Yadir.